Alright, so today we're going to be going over whole vocabulary like we've been doing for this week. For the first word, it is commotion. Alright? It is a noun. It means a very noisy disturbance. So what's the word?
Commotion.
What's part of speech?
Noun.
And we all know what is a noun?
A person, place, thing, or idea.
Beautiful. And what does commotion mean?
A very noisy disturbance.
So we're talking about if there are protesters on the street, there's going to be a lot of commotion. You're going to hear a lot of noise coming from people, possibly people screaming, people yelling. So it's going to cause a lot of commotion. Some other commotions we could also see is Miss Wynn went outside of her room to see why there was such a commotion in the hallway. Sometimes there could be commotion in the hallway because we have a kid that's screaming. Sometimes maybe we would all wish that a celebrity or a sports athlete would come into the hallway. And do you think there would be a lot of commotion if LeBron James came? No. Would there be a lot of commotion if Justin Bieber came? No. Positive or negative, there might be a lot of screaming girls, right? So we always do a sign to kind of go with our word. So what might be a good sign to kind of remind us of the vocabulary commotion and remind us of what it means? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. So every time I say commotion, we're going to go ahead and do what? Okay? And you can even practice silent kind of yelling. Don't actually yell, but just like silently go, right? So, for commotion, okay, what is our sign? A lot of noise, okay. Next word is suppress. It is a verb. It means for you to withhold or stop something important from coming out, okay? So maybe for this one, when I saw the little boy fall into the swimming pool, I did my very best to suppress a laugh while I checked in on him. I try to hold in that laugh. I try to suppress it, but what do I really want to do? I really want to laugh, right? Or maybe if you have all of these desserts in front of you, you might want to suppress the urge to eat them all in one sitting, right? So what is the word?
Suppress.
Part of speech?
Verb.
Now, what's a verb?
Action.
It's an action word. Remind ourselves all the time. And what does it mean?
To withhold or stop something important.
So, maybe if your little baby brother fell and tripped over something, you might want to suppress laughing and ask him, are you okay first? Then, are you allowed to laugh? Yeah, maybe a little, right? Or maybe if your parents are yelling at you, you might want to suppress the desire to talk back, because that might get you in more trouble, right? So what might be a good symbol or sign for suppress? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of going like this, so maybe suppressing, this is going to be our symbol for suppress. So let me see you do it. Good. Okay. And when we do this sign, we're going to know that it means we want to hold something in, right? So what is our sign for commotion? And suppress? Very good. This next one is illuminated. Now, living in Las Vegas, we're all very much aware of how well Las Vegas is lit up or illuminates, okay? And so it is a verb. It means to be lit up very brightly. So if you look at the Las Vegas Boulevard, it's illuminated so brightly that you can see it from a plane flying overhead. Every time I leave Las Vegas and I come back, I see that the Strip and that the Boulevard and our entire city is extremely illuminated, right? And so maybe when you're at home and you turn on a light at home, your room is now illuminated. It means to be lit up brightly. So what is the word?
Illuminated.
Part of speech?
Verb.
And what is the verb again?
Action word.
Very good. And what does it mean?
Lit up brightly.
Now, okay, if you turn on your lights and it's very, very dim, is that being illuminated?
No.
What's the key word here? That is very bright. Right? So if you've ever gone down in construction on the road and you see that the streets are illuminated because of those big giant lights, it's very bright. So what might be a good sign for us to do for eliminated? Or not eliminated, illuminated. Okay, so let's do this. Big flashing lights. Okay? To remind us that it means to be lit up brightly. Okay, so what's the word?
Illuminated.
What is our sign for it?
Lit up brightly.
What is our sign for it? All right, and our last word is strenuous. Say it.
Strenuous.
It's a little bit of a difficult word. It's an adjective. It's an action that requires something that's very difficult or requires a lot of effort, right? Oftentimes we use it to describe exercise. We say, wow, that 5-mile run was so strenuous. Or that hike up the mountain was so strenuous. So example sentence would be, some highly trained athletes complain about getting colds after very strenuous events. So especially who watch the Olympics, anyone watch the Olympics? Those events are extremely strenuous. They have to prepare for years. They are working so hard to be able to perform at the level that they need to. So the athletes are going through very strenuous activities. It's something that makes you very much sweat. Who thinks a mile run is very strenuous? If you run for a mile, you think that's very strenuous. Who thinks a 5-mile run would be very strenuous? Who thinks sitting down on your couch and watching TV would be very strenuous? Okay, some of you guys, but what about a hike up the tallest mountain in the world? Do you think that would be strenuous? That would be. So, what is the word?
Strenuous.
What is the part of speech?
Adjective.
And what's an adjective? It's a describing word. And what is the definition?
An action that requires difficult or demanding effort, often used to describe exercise.
So right here, if you look at him, he's going through some very strenuous exercise. He's probably hiking up a mountain climbing, and look at his face, right? It's like, he's straining for it. So what might be a good sign for us to do for strenuous? Let me hear some ideas. Okay, we're all going to do this. We're climbing up the mountain. It's difficult. It's strenuous. We're sweating. All right? Let's go ahead and review the vocabulary words that we've learned today.
Commotion.
Go ahead and do the sign. It means what? A lot of
Noise.
Okay, next word.
Suspense.
What's our sign? You're holding something in, a laughter or a smile. What about this one?
Illuminated.
What's our sign for it? Very nice. Okay, Miss Mary? What? Lit up brightly. And the last one?
Strenuous.
Oh, it takes so much effort. I'm sweating, right? Okay. So now it's partner time. So go ahead and turn to your elbow partner and rock, paper, scissors. Partner A, the winner. Raise your hand. Go. 30 seconds. Go. Okay, we got a winner over there. We got a winner over there. We got a winner over there. We got a winner over here. Okay, if you're the winner, you're going to list some items that illuminate, that light up brightly. If you are partner B, you're going to answer what might be a time when you would need to suppress laughter. What would be an event where you would need to hold in your laughter? Okay, so eyes on Jose A.
Eyes on Jose A.
Jose, when I say go, what is every partner going to do? Nice and loud, voice.
Partner A is going to list some items that illuminate, and partner B is going to, what would be a time when you need to suppress laughter?
Beautiful. I'm going to give you about 40 seconds to share. Okay, partner A, you go first. Go.
Okay.
Eyes on George.
Eyes on George.
So George, were you partner A or partner B? Were you partner A or partner partner be?
I'll partner me.
Okay, so when would be a time when you probably would need to suppress laughter? Make sure you use the vocabulary word in your sentence.
If like someone fell.
Use the word in the sentence, so make sure we're using the word.
If somebody that fast or fell, I would suppress. And
You would suppress what?
my laughter and say, are you okay? And laugh.
Yes, very good. All right, who was partner A? Who was partner A? Okay, eyes on Herman. Herman, why don't you list us a couple items that illuminate, and make sure you use the vocabulary word in your sentence.
Something that illuminates like
Yes, that's true. What are some other things? Can you think of some other things? Good, the circus sign. All right, now we're all going to think together. You're busy working in Miss Wynn's classes. We're all such hardworking scholars. When all of a sudden you hear a loud commotion in the hallway. Now we got to use our thinking brain. What could have caused that commotion? Let's go ahead and have our think time. And go ahead and share with your partner.
Do the other side of the class.
Okay, eyes on Kylie. Kylie, let's solve this mystery. What do you think could have caused the commotion in the hallway? Make sure you use the vocabulary word in the sentence.
This is kind of silly, but a big commotion would have been if Michael Jackson came back to life and went in the hallway.
That is true. That would cause a really big commotion. Did you use the vocabulary word in the sentence?
Michael Jackson coming back alive would be a big commotion.
Would cause.
Cause a big.
Yeah, very good. What are some other things? Kenya, go ahead and make sure we're all tracking the speaker, please.
When my baby John Cena comes around all the super
So very good. That's a good
Yeah, that wouldn't cause Kenya to cause a lot of commotion. All right, Alexander.
It would be me causing a lot of commotion after I use the restroom and after I see.
All right. So now we got to think. We're all active fifth graders. What are some strenuous activities that a person could do? We talked about running, like 5 miles, hiking, but what might be some other strenuous activity? And do you do any strenuous activities during the week? So now applying it to our own lives. So go ahead and talk with your elbow partner.
I do some activities I heard myself playing soccer. Play soccer.
Eyes on Jabari. Jabari, go and make sure you're talking to the class and make sure you use the vocabulary word as well. So what are some strenuous activities that a person could do? There you go. Fighting with the lion, right? That also might be extremely dangerous. And do you do any strenuous activities during the week? Raise your hand if you do extraneous activities during the week. Let me hear about it. Eyes on KJ? So what are some strenuous activities that you do? Make sure you use the vocabulary word as well. Some strenuous.
Things I do. Some strenuous things I do are play football.
Play football. That's extremely strenuous. Okay, let me hear from just about one more. Why don't we hear from Augustine, since you're so energetic about it. So what are some strenuous activities that you do during the week?
Some strenuous activities are play soccer.
So that's one activity. So a strenuous activity that I do.
A strenuous activity that I do is play soccer.
Beautiful. So here, play sports. Wow, you guys are doing strenuous. That is a strenuous activity. Does anyone like to go hiking on the weekends? That's also strenuous. Okay, so now we're gonna review, and I'm gonna do the sign, and you guys are gonna have to remember the word. So when I do the sign, I want you to say the word that goes with that sign. Okay, ready? Ready? All right, what about this one? Very good. What about? Come on.